Hey there, teaching is a balancing act, and one of the ways I saw this the most, especially over the last few years of craziness, was the need to have more Blackline Masters and no prep activities rather than hands-on group projects. And a lot of that was because of COVID. You couldn't have shared resources and you needed a lot more seat work, but I've also had a lot of requests for no prep worksheets and activities for reading comprehension just because, you just need you need printable activities sometimes. My name is Rachel Hull. I've helped hundreds of teachers set up and maintain their literacy centers, and today I'm going to walk you through what kinds of Blackline Masters I have available. Now, if you own this already, you'll see how to use it, and if you'd like to own it, you'll see where to get it. I'm not typically a worksheet teacher. I'd rather get my kiddos up and moving and thinking and discussing with each other. However, there are times when you need a printable page or a Blackline Master or a worksheet. I just found them really helpful. For example, if you need sub-plans, you can leave these for a guest teacher that's in your room for the day. If you have students who need extra help, you can use that, or if you'd like to send something home from homework. So there are times where a worksheet is appropriate. Now, these Blackline Masters and worksheets are no prep, but you have the choice to use them with your whole class or assign them independently based on your students' needs. So here are the different kinds of reading skills that will be available in all of these resources, either on Teachers Pay Teachers or on my online shop, which is literacystations.com. And the links will be in the description of this video. But I'm going to show you the version for visualization. Now, if you're looking for something similar like inferencing or making connections, you'll find the same format for each reading skill. So even though I'm showing you visualization, you can get the same activities just catered for making connections or drawing conclusions or sequencing, whichever you're looking for. Now let's start with the bookmarks. They come 2 on a page to save paper. I like to print them on Astrobites paper and then cut down the center. So I guess there's like a little bit of prep work. You just print it and you gotta cut it. But that's it, I promise. You just cut it right down the middle. And these have a lot of uses. You can consider it like a portable anchor chart. And your kiddos can take them to their literacy centers to remember how to look for each reading skill. You can send them home in a library book. Kids love bookmarks, and my students were always so excited to get the new bookmark every time they started a new skill. It was a good way to introduce it to them, and it was a good way to get them hyped up about the skill because you'll have a bookmark. If you're like, guess what I've got? I've got our new bookmarks, and they'd be really excited about it. So if you hype it up, they're gonna like these. Now, I always taught with graphic organizers, so each of the reading skills has 4 different types of graphic organizers for you. You can use them as you're teaching the skill for the week. You can use all 4, or you can choose your favorite that your students kind of take to the most. I've tried to vary the way that the graphic organizers look so you've got some good choices. I like to introduce each reading skill with a picture book read aloud, and using these graphic organizers together is really helpful. Usually I do it together, and once my students are ready, I would place a graphic organizer in the reading centers, and then they could respond to the books that they're reading independently. Now here are the worksheets I was mentioning. There are 4 worksheets for you to practice with each resource. You'll have 2 fiction and 2 nonfiction. And each has responses down at the bottom, so your students will be reading the passage and then responding to them based on the reading skill. And the last thing I've included is an assessment. I'm guessing you already have your own reading tests in your own curriculum, but I sometimes found that getting another grade was helpful to get an accurate picture of my students were performing. And I also sometimes found that the assessments I had weren't really matching the skill I was teaching. And so the passage and the questions will match the reading skills that you're working on. So let me review again what you'll have with this resource. You'll have the printable bookmarks, you'll have the 4 graphic organizers, the 4 worksheets with nonfiction and fiction passages, and the assessment with the accompanying questions. I hope you enjoy them.